managed to hold that high for that 30 minutes, there's that price there. If you want to view the information, you're more than welcome to come over here to the channel. Uh, these two markets was there. This one came on right after that video, and then of course they had this one. They brought it back down. These are real-time markers on an hourly chart, and of course this ladder here is dealing with aggression when you see the lighter color, the lighter red or the lighter green there. All right, so now let me show you that information that's on that 1 minute chart. We left off here. So on that bar, this bar right here, that's where we left off. You can go back and view that information. The moment that the markers come on, you can follow the activity. The moment that it triggers. The most important part, in my opinion, is when you do not see the marker. All right, it's really important because it can reverse the market or accelerate it. And that happens in real time. All right. Again, these are real time markers. If you don't see the marker appearing before that bar closes, there's a good chance the bar directly behind it is your wall. All right. I want to go ahead and tell you that most time they won't come past the bar with the color. So I put the bar with the color in this 1 minute chart just to kind of give it to you from the day starting. Wherever you're seeing a zone, I drew this. All right. This is not my supply and demand zones. I got four of those if you want them. But wherever they trapped the blue inside of a high, so they had a high here, trapped that blue under there, and just kind of took off. All right, same thing, kind of went under there, came back, revisited that, and then of course here they turned the corner, and then they trapped that red. All right, they began to trap the red inside that. You had red here under that high, so I just went on to put that zone there, and then of course they moved up here, and then they trapped those blue bars in there. All right, so there's those blue bars. Now, in that last video, I talked to you about the volume this here. So the volume building position building indicator, the volume benchmark position building indicator. I put just little squares up here for it. So that's kind of mixed into this if you want to know what those squares are. Single bar plots, all of this is single bar plots, all right? So everywhere you're seeing a zone, that's pretty much what you had, all right? So all of that fussiness that they did in here, once you see them lock in that pink, just go ahead and go that way. And then of course they're up here. So now I'm gonna let this video run just for another 3 minutes just to let you watch the markers in real time. Rule number one is really important, so follow along. uh, this is really important. Number one, now there's three other things you can look for, but there's the rule number one. This is the function. So if you get the magenta marker, they're directly behind you. If you get the cyan marker, they're directly behind you. It's really simple. All right, so when it comes on, hard stop directly behind that bar and see can you go in and get it to push. Now we have a couple bars here that doesn't have any markers. Actually, there's three of them don't have any markers at all. So we got to see what this does. They're coming back here. Again, the bar before the bar without the markers itself is important. So they're in a sensitive spot. All right, I did tell you guys in the last video they'll end up going back up. You just wanted to keep them above that price, and I threw that price out there for you right there. But trust me, I knew that they shouldn't do that. That's all. And just try to keep this price in mind moving forward. That's all. Make it simple for yourself. I did tell you they'll go back up. We've been covering this for a little while. So let's let the markers kind of lead us to it. All right. So you got a red one. All right. So it can't be both. We know that it can't go up and down at the same time. It must do one or the other. And so you don't want them to run over the price clearly when the market came on. So if you had the blue market, don't let them hit the low. All right. It's really simple, and vice versa. All right, so you got to pick your side. Which side would you prefer? Don't try to go both ways. Most traders do that. Just try to pick your side that's likely and go in that direction. If you don't know how to trade, go over to Futures Trading Channel. That's my other channel. You're more than welcome to head over there. I teach you absolutely everything you need to know about the chart with no indicators. All right, no indicators. Day Trader Today is about indications. So I'm just releasing some of my tools that I can use on a day-to-day basis. I got a toolbox, so I can use quite a few of them and swap them out just depending on what's in front of me. There's some core indicators that I will not swap out and I always use, but every now and then, because I have quite a few of them, I don't mind looking at one or two additional ones here and there. Stick to some core ones though. That's really important. All right. So that red marker came on after the cyan one on that prior bar. Okay. We got a little push down. All right. So this could help with scalping. And again, the aggression is in the lighter color inside of the ladder. All right. And it's not to say the dark green, dark red isn't important. That's important too. And if you watch any of my prior videos, you'll see that there's a map where it'll tell you where the bar will not close. All right. Got tons of information to make trading easy. 100 bucks. If you're interested, I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.